So I'm informed that because the chair is absent and the vice chair is absent, it falls to the most senior member. That means for this limited purpose, I am the chair. And so I call the meeting of the Board of Commissioners open at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. What else do we need to do? The meeting is being audio recorded, held remotely on Zoom, and live streamed on RCTV. All remote, we can skip the code of conduct, but all, if members are participating remotely, all remote participants state their name, and all votes must be taken by roll call. So let's just state our name. Dave Talbot, Chair.
Rich
Porter.
Swanson.
Ray Porter.
Okay, and I see Peter here.
Yep, Peter Price.
So. Agenda?
Do you have to call the meeting to order, or do you?
That's what I just did.
Okay.
Yeah, call the meeting to order, and that's what we just did, right? So meeting has been called to order.
So the purpose of our assembling is to question mark?
So
Yeah.
Peter's going to discuss a bid and give you a little more information on Station 6 update.
Should I do that before they make the motion or after they make the motion, Erica?
Either you can do it before if you want.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, why don't you run through it, Peter, and they'll get an opportunity to hear what they're gonna be voting yay or nay on before they make the vote. I think that makes most sense.
all right, so what we got before you today is we're calling it phase 2 of the Wilmington Substation Construction Project. Phase 2 is for the assembly of the substation yard. It'll be the 15 kV switchgear that was awarded to Avail Switchgear, and the assembly of all the 115 kV and 15 kV equipment that was awarded to Distran. So that'd be the assembly and footings for the switchgear, for the structures, for the breakers, connecting to the transformers, connecting the switchgear to the transformers, and all the work in the yard, including the ground grid.
Any questions or discussion on this?
I have a question. What are the different, can you quickly outline the different phases?
So in the beginning, they when this project started, we bought the land, and then they wanted to get all the long lead time equipment. At the time, transformers were expected to be 2 years, so they purchased the transformers early and the switchgear early because of the long lead times of that equipment. The next thing we bid out was the equipment for the yard, which was the breakers, the 115 kV breakers. There's a long lead time on those items. So that was also done as done through a packager for the 115 kV equipment. That includes the steel structures, dead end structures, breakers, all the equipment that's going to be needed in the yard to connect the transformers to the switchgear into the 115 kV lines. And the other bid we did was for the yard, to prep the yard to bring the site to grade with the fencing, the foundations for the transformers, the drainage, and the sewage, and any other site work that we had to do per the town. So the one thing left on that job is the sewer work. We're still trying to work out the sewer connection into the site, because the site did at one time call for, we did get a zone for a building there, 10,000 square foot building, if we ever decided to build something up there.
Is there room to build something up there of that size, Peter?
Yes, I forget the maybe it's I'd have to look at the dimensions, but there is we did get a we did place that on the plans when they went through the permitting process.
Okay.
So this is phase 2 with all the switchgear, et cetera. And then is there a phase 3 for?
Phase 3 will be the duct bank in the getaways out on Ballard Street. So the underground cable that's going to go out through the duct bank and rise up on the poles out on Ballard Street. That's going to be the next phase of construction.
And so that'll actually be the interconnection, is that right?
The interconnection from the substation to the 13.8 kV distribution system, correct?
Okay. And then
So
what
it's a
about to
total
the,
of three
what about to
phases
the
then,
higher
Peter?
voltage?
The higher voltage, that's on National Grid. We're working with them on that. We're hoping for the end of next year, but it's most likely first quarter of 2027 when they'll be ready to connect the substation to the transmission system.
Okay, so when it goes to the TX line, then that's it. Then it's done, right?
Yep, then we
That's
do
the-
all those connections, testing, everything we have to do to be in compliance and energize the substation, the transformers, and start transferring load over to this substation.
Great. Okay, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So Peter, a total of three phases then did I follow that correctly?
Yep,
Okay. And how
So the-
long for phase two do you think will take?
I think this should be done by some quarter three of next year.
26.
Yep. And then in the meantime, we're working with PLM for that phase three I talked about. So that'll be
Yep.
going out, and that might be getting done at the same time when they're working in the yard.
Yep.
Construction on Belleville Street. So the bid you have now, we did get one, the lowest bidder was kicked out. You can see from the notes at the bottom, they didn't meet they were more of a transmission company. They had line crews. They were more the transmission end of a substation, not the actual assembly of a substation, which is more specialized. So we disqualified the lowest bidder and went with the next highest qualified bidder, which is State Electric. State Electric's been around for a long time. They have a great reputation of building substations. Their references and for jobs of this size and this scope were adequate for this job.
I just want to say it's great to see like 6 real bids come in, because so often we get 1 or 2 or 3 and one has to be knocked out. To see this many is just great,
Yeah, we
So-
had a good feeling about it when we had the mandatory pre-bid meeting.
Yeah.
And there was quite a few groups attended, not just the electrical contractor, but also the subcontractor that's going to do the excavation. They showed up as well, so there was a good attendance at the meeting.
And Peter, I guess you can see me, but I'm looking at the bids. So, we tossed the one because they didn't meet stuff.
Yeah.
State is, basically 3.5. Fishback is 3.7, and Powerline, 3.7, and Mass Bay is 4. So these, 2, 4 are pretty much on top of each other.
Exactly. So it shows that they're doing the same.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
And
So-
the high bid in Northline isn't from around here, so they probably had more money in there. Well, they may not have wanted the work, but they had more money involved with staging, we can imagine, because I think they're based out of New York, where
Okay.
these other 4 companies here, State, Fishback, Power Lines, and Mass Bay are all local.
Yep.
Great.
P, will winter, when are they gonna get started?
As State said they would be able to, they just need a couple of weeks to get things situated, and then they'll work on getting equipment on site. And the first thing we want them to work on is the foundations for the switchgear, because
Yep.
that'll be the next piece of equipment that comes in.
So winter shouldn't come into play in terms of them being able to get their stuff done?
No, it doesn't sound it.
Okay. Because the next phase is when they're gonna be digging for the conduit and whatnot.
That'll be out in the street, and that we would try to get everything ready for a springtime, when the street opening permits
Okay.
are released.
Yep.
Anybody else have any questions or discussion, or somebody want to make the motion? If not,
I'll make the motion, but I don't have it in front of me. Oh, there we go. Thank
There it
you.
is.
Thank you, Erica. Move that IFB 2025-03 for the Wilmington Substation Construction Project be awarded to the State Electric LLC for $3,408,791 pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30, Subchapter 39M, as the lowest responsible and eligible bidder on the recommendation of the interim general manager.
second,
Second.
Rich. There you go. We
Further
all have jobs, Rich.
Second. Yeah, I don't want to be a slacker.
Yeah,
Any more discussion? Ready for a vote? Yes.
yeah.
Toby? Okay. All in favor? You have to do a roll call.
Ray Porter, I.
Rich Swanson, I.
Talbot, aye. The motion carries 3-0 with 2 absences. So,
All right.
great.
Awesome, thank you.
Go have fun, Peter.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that all we need to do? Is that what? yeah?
Just, I think that was the only thing that was posted to happen at the meeting, so
Okay.
I guess we're ready to close it up.
All right. So if nothing else, then somebody just needs to move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn this open meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Ray Porter, I.
Rich Swanson, I.
Talbot, aye. And motion carries 3-0. And meeting's adjourned. And thank you, everybody, again.
Thank you.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
Thanks. Have a
Peter.
good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.